Good evening, sir.
Hey, good evening, everyone. We'll start session. Just wait for a couple of minutes or less than that. Okay, start.
Could you confirm me this is an English batch or Hindi batch?
It is going to be mixed language. Okay, so there is no problem with the language. Okay, we'll discuss later.
Most of the time we are using English or Hindi.
Uh, that is not a issue. Okay, if there is no English speaker, so probably we'll go in the Hindi as well. Okay,
Okay,
we'll
sir.
discuss. Or we'll discuss this. Okay, no worry.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Hope I'm audible to all. Right. So welcome you all in the session. So because this is the very beginning of the session, so we are going to discuss very fundamental of the SD-WANs, right? As you all know that we are going to start this SD-WAN session on the same time. So the language today it's open batch, so definitely we'll try to discuss in English, but later on we'll decide how it is going to be converted in the required language as you wish. Like somebody is comfortable in English, somebody is in Hindi, so we can decide later stage. Okay, so today definitely it is going to be happen in English. All right, any question if someone have like they're not able to understand what I'm explaining, please feel free to ask. I'll try to explain in Hindi as well. There is no problem at all. Okay, so can someone confirm if my screen is visible to all? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, thanks. All right, so welcome you all in the session, and I'll be your instructor throughout this session, and I'll help from the scratch how this SD-WAN technology is going to be look like and how it is going to be deployed, how the deployment strategy going to be happen, what is the key concept of the SD-WAN, why we need the SD-WAN, history of the SD-WAN, what was the issue in the legacy WAN, and then suddenly we converted our WAN solution as a software-defined SD-WAN, and step by step all the configuration part, like how my SD-WAN is going to be configured in the production environment. Exactly the same what you guys are doing in your production environment, like deploying the VAs, deploying the CH, or technically we can say like the how this edge devices are going to be deployed instead of the VH and CH, because in the SD-WAN they have the lot of modification in terms of the terminologies. Earlier it was a Viptela SD-WAN. Now they had renamed as a Cisco SD-WAN. Further they have renamed as a Catalyst SD-WAN. So whatever name you have heard about the Cisco SD-WAN, they all are going to be same. The concept are going to be same. Just they have done the rebranding. Rebranding means time to time Cisco has just launched the brand awareness to just promote their products. So that's why they have changed the Catalyst SD-WAN. Earlier it was Viptela was the company. For that they have hired, they have actually acquired, and then they rename as a Cisco SD-WAN. So we'll understand entire history of this SD-WAN, especially because we are targeting with the Cisco SD-WAN. So definitely we are going to understand this entire end to end, how it is going to be happen in terms of the like the theoretical concept, and the same time the most important is the practical concept, like how the entire fabric is going to be configured step by step from day 0 today, like when we are going to complete the troubleshooting part and deployment, that all is going to be covered. So this is going to be lab. I'm just showing initially, and this lab is going to be accessed from the anywhere. Like you just need the internet access, and after that you just have to access the URL. Okay, and this lab is going to be accessible, and then after the same lab, right, whatever I'm showing in front of this screen, the same lab you are going to access. And in this lab, not only the VH is going to be deployed, I'm just going to show CH is also going to be deployed, right? So you have the two flavors, right? Most of the student or professional having the always complain, we know how to deploy the VH, but they don't know how to deploy the CH, because they have a limitation of the licensing, they have limitation of some kind of the deployment strategy. So in our labs, we are committed to provide the both CH and the VH deployment along with the entire controller, which I'm going to show you how it is going to look like. It's currently fully configured lab, so everything is available in this lab. So you can just take as a reference how the lab part is going to look like. Okay. After this lab, right, because it's a short discussion about the lab part, we have to understand the fundamental why we need the SD-WAN, what is SD-WAN, history of the SD-WAN technologies, future of the SD-WAN technology, why you should learn this SD-WAN, what is the career growth, career opportunity. So these also we'll try to understand from this upcoming session, like today or might be day after tomorrow we'll have another session, and next week. So like every week we'll try to understand a little bit theoretical concept, and then once we have the good foundation of the SD-WAN, like we understand the component, we understand the entire like the process, how it is going to be deployed, and how the underlay and overlay concept is going to be look like, then we go for the configuration part, right? So that is going to happen step by step. Let me quickly show the lab part meanwhile. Let me say see if it is reachable. If not, I'll make it reachable. So just give me, so just allow me some time. Let me just stop this VA, and I'll cover this part later, because this link is a virtual link, so sometime it's having some kind of the errors, so we'll fix it. Okay, so once I'll start, it is going to fix. So we'll discuss this part later stage. Okay, so let me start it. So once again, welcome you all in the session, right? So this SD-WAN technology, which we are going to discuss today. So today we'll deep dive into the exciting world that is Cisco SD-WAN. Sometimes we call the Catalyst SD-WAN, Viptela SD-WAN. The all are going to be same name. So I'm just writing here. If someone is going to discuss you as a, let me show as the PDF as well, so you guys can aware about this. Just give me 1 second. Let me find that. Where is this PDF? Oh, let me see. Okay. So all flavor you'll see, because this is the key things you have to understand. So probably you are going to see there is SD-WAN concept for Cisco. One is the Viptela SD-WAN, right? One is you are going to heard about the Cisco SD-WAN, and third one you are going to write Catalyst SD-WAN. So if anyone is going to ask what is the difference between all three, the same, all are the same. Okay, no difference at all. Only there is a difference in terms of the UI interface, some kind of the additional feature. You just think about it in this way. We have the Android mobiles, we have the iOS mobiles. So in the Android, we have the different versions like 10.0. I'm just giving the number 10.1, 12.1 or 14.2, like that. So once you have this version, you might be have not the feature which is available on this 14.2 version, or might be they have the good security features, they have the good camera quality, they have good noise reduction, or might be the performance of that particular application. So it doesn't mean your entire Android is going to be changed. Entire Android setup is going to be changed. It is going to be remain same. Only the look and feel is going to be changed. Okay, basic concept remains same. Basic fundamental going to remain same. So in this Viptela SD-WAN, Cisco SD-WAN and Catalyst SD-WAN, entire principle of the SD-WAN is going to remain same. Only things is going to be changed is the look and feel of the dashboards. Okay, so this you have to take in your mind. If someone is going to ask what is different with Cisco SD-WAN, Viptela SD-WAN, I'll definitely explain what is different, why the name has been changed, what is different with Cisco and the Catalyst SD-WAN. Then you should know why the name has been changed. There is also a story about it. Okay, so definitely I'll cover this all query, because it is very important if someone is going to ask in the interview, so you should able to answer that. Okay, now before I start, Jay is asking any prerequisite before learning this SD-WAN. That's a really good question and I will definitely answer. Amar, you have also one question, so you can put your question in the chat, so I'll definitely take that question as well and I'll answer that as well. Okay, so I'll take the first question before I can start this my session. Any prerequisite, right? So yes, there is a prerequisite before you can start with the any SDN technology concept. And what is a prerequisite? You must be a network engineer. This is the prerequisite. Why I'm saying so? If you are not a network engineer, then this course is not designed for you. This is the very important. Okay, you should understand this. Let me see what happened. So you must be a network engineer. And the basic principle of the network engineer, that means you have the basic understanding of the networking. If you don't have the basic understanding of the networking, then you cannot learn this SD-WAN technology at all. And what I'm going to tell about the networking, what you should know in the basic fundamental networking, that also very important. So in this network engineer curriculum, we have the various like the modules, right? If you want to explore, you can just visit our website and you can just find this network engineer program by just going in the courses, and here you can get that. So if you go there in below section, there is a 4-step roadmap, right, for the network engineers. So basically it's not a complete network engineer, it's a network security engineers, because we are adding the Palo Alto and FortiGate firewall also. But what you should learn before you can start your career with the Cisco SD-WAN. So you must have the good knowledge of the CCNA, you must have the good knowledge of the CCNP. And if I'm talking about the good knowledge of CCNA and CCNP, then what is the must you have? Then you can only learn this SDN technology. So you should have the very good foundation about the static routing. This is the very, important. You should have the very good knowledge about dynamic routing. And in this dynamic routing, what you should know, you should have the good knowledge about the OSPF. And if you know the BGP concept, then it is going to be very good for you. So at least you should know how to configure the static routing. At least you should know how to configure and troubleshoot the OSPF. And BGP is also, it is going to be required, BGP concept, because underlay always going to be configured in the BGP. Why I'm telling this? Because these 3 routing is going to be always there in the lab as well. See, this is the lab, right? So in this lab, we are going to use the OSPF as well, right? We are going to use the BGP as well, and we are going to use the static routing as well. And trust me, if you are not aware these 3 protocols, I would not suggest to come in live session to understand the SD-WAN. First, go and learn the CCNA and CCNP, because you just have to learn these 3 protocols. These protocols are, BGP is not going to cover in the CCNA, it must be going in CCNP. So at least you should able to understand these 3 protocols, you should able to configure these all 3 protocols, or you should have some background of these protocols, how it is going. Even you are not doing right now, but you should know how the OSPF is going to work, how the eBGP concept is going to look like, how the iBGP concept is going to look like. Then it is going to be helpful for you, right? So this is the prerequisite, because when we start the lab part, these all protocols are going to be configured. All right. In addition of that, everything is going to be new for you. Everything is going to new for you, because in the SD-WAN technology, especially for Cisco, we have the new routing protocol, right? So sorry for my bad writing. So you have the new routing protocol, that is a OMP, which is known as the overlay management protocol. This is the new routing protocol that you don't require to be as a prerequisite, because this is a part of the SD-WAN. So you are going to learn in this session. So this is the new routing protocol. You have the new overlay concept, like you have the IPsec concept is going to be there. You have the BFD concept is going to be there. You have the TLOC concept is going to be there. You have be like the how your color is going to be configured. What does means the color, right? And how this IPsec, VPN, service VPN, like management, different VPN we have. So a lot of concept are there. I'm not going to discuss all this at a same time, but these all would be the new TLS, DTLS tunnel is going to be happen here. So these all are going to be discussed throughout the session, but these are the new things. So you are going to heard first time if you're going to plan to learn even the SD-WAN as a expert or as a beginner. It doesn't going to make any difference for both of them. But one who have the very good foundation of this basic routings, they are going to easily catch. One who doesn't have the basic concept of the routing, they have little bit troubles. So we have to spend more time on that. Okay. So I hope I answer Jai particular query. Okay. Yes, Jai Patel. So if you don't have these all like knowledge, so probably you just have to start with CCN and CCNP. So we can discuss later on. Okay. No worry for that. Thank you so much. All right, so now let's move to our actual agenda, which I was trying to discuss. So we are going to discuss this exciting session, that is the Cisco SD-WAN, and we are going to explore fundamental of this SD-WAN, why it is going to be required, and how it is going to address the challenges, which is going to be, eliminate the traditional WAN problems, right? Because we are in the digital transformation world, and if we are in the digital transformation world, so we have a lot of new requirement, and to mitigate those new requirements, we should have such kind of the technology who is going to cater those requirement. Like you can think about, the government is changing every year, means every 5 years, and every government having their own performance. They are building the infrastructure. Why they are building the infrastructure? Because people need those infrastructure to communicate, to transport something, or might be to ease of the connectivity. So every day expressway is building, every day new airports are building, right? Other things are happening in the country. Why? Because the infra is required for the any nation growth. Similarly, in the enterprise world, if you want to explore something new, if you want to collaborate something new technology, so your infra should be ready to adopt those technologies. If your infra is not ready, then how you are going to do that? It is not possible. So that's why it is the very important when we are going to adopt something new, so my infra should be capable to carry those new things. So what is the new things? So I'll discuss, okay, and how it is going to be problematic for the legacy WAN, and how this SD-WAN is going to be resolve those issues. So that's why, what is the SD-WAN? So before I can explain the SD-WAN, we should know what is the WAN. Anyone want to explain what is the WAN? Anyone? Just explain what is the WAN. Who can address? Just I want to understand your version. How you define the WAN? Any? Yes, Jai, you can try.
Yeah, it's a wide area network. It's just like a interlink of different routers onto the internet.
Good. What else? Why you need a WAN?
To connect with different. To connect to the distance location, we need a WAN, right?
Yeah, that's really good. Really good. Yes, iPhone. What's your name? Please go ahead. You want to say something? iPhone. Who is joined with iPhone? No problem. You muted. Any other versions for the WAN? No worry. Let me explain. So what is a WAN? So as Jay mentioned that WAN is the wide area network. We have the LAN, we have the WAN, we have the MAN networks. So different networks. So I'm not going to discuss the LAN. I'm assuming you guys know. I'm not going to discuss about the MAN network. I'm assuming you guys know, right? Because you guys are coming for the SD-WAN session. So you have the already very good foundation about that. But definitely we are talking about the WAN. So I should have a discussion about the WAN. Then I should start discussing about the SD-WAN. So WAN is something, let's say suppose I'm in India and I have to transport some kind of the packet, digital packet, okay, to USA. So how it is going to happen? So what is digital packet? That is my emails. So how it is going to happen, and who is going to carry this all across this India to US? There is a lot of countries, lot of sea, lot of some kind of the other territory. So that all need to cross, and then the packet is going to reach to the USA, right? So you can think in this way. You have to transport one of the, like you want to shift your home, right? Just I'm giving the example. You are staying in the New Delhi and you have the new job in the Mumbai. So now you have the very good home in New Delhi and you have a lot of luggage because you are shifting your home. So a lot of goods item you have. So you just go for one of the transportation company, right? And they are going to come your home. They are going to collect all your items. They are going to pack, and then the packet is ready. The truck is ready, which is one packet, and they need to reach the destination. That is the Mumbai destination. So how it is going to be reached? So let's suppose if there is no any kind of the expressway or roads, is it possible my truck can reach from Delhi to Mumbai? No, it's not possible. So that's why government have developed the very good expressway. By using those expressway, the packet is going to be transported by using those expressway, and it is going to reach to the destination. So that expressway is acting as a just connecting two location in by format of the infrastructure, that is a road. So by using those road, we are going to travel and we are going to deliver the packet. In similar fashion, in the India to USA, if I want to deliver digital packet, let's suppose this is the one of the USA client, right? He's sitting here. He is the India based client, right? He's sitting here. So he have one packet and he want to send this packet. So he required some sort of the path, right? So that this packet can follow those path and it is going to reach from one destination to another destination. If this path is not available, this packet cannot be delivered from one location to another location. So the path who is responsible to deliver the packet for the different geolocation, or might be some certain like distance, might be the more than 100 meters, or might be the 500 meter or kilometers. So those kind of the connectivity, those kind of the roadways, or those kind of the cables who are connecting between those two locations, that is known as the WAN. So these basically from this location to this location, because this is one your truck who is going to just travel and just going to depot your packet on the different truck, or might be different truck office or transport office. That is your another office. In between those two location, what connecting to make them travel this truck, that is known as the your WAN, which is the wide area network. Okay. So basically in layman language I just explained, but if you are going to discuss in the sophisticated language, so it is just a wide area network which is responsible to connect to different geographical location, or might be that location is beyond of the LAN network, might be more than the 100 meters or more than the 500 meter or kilometers. Then we require some kind of the ISP. Those ISP is going to connect these two location, and by using those ISP is the internet service provider, I can transfer my data from one location to another location with the highest speed. So that's the WAN, right? This path can be cable, right? Or this can be air as well. And this cable can be your copper cable, right? Or can be your fiber cable as well. So both cable are option available. Fiber cable and copper cable, they're on having limitation and benefits. Copper cable are still going to use for the WAN technology, but they have the limited distance coverage. But if you want to cover the high distance packet travels, right, more than the kilometers, then probably require the fiber cables. Air is also possible, but they are having the also limitations, might be kilometers and few kilometers it is going to support, but not like the thousands kilometer, or might be the 500 kilometer, or 20 or 30 kilometers. It's not possible. Some of the case it is possible, but all the case it is not possible because there is a lot of loss is going to happen. So over air my data can be transferred, over cable can be transferred, and cable could be the copper and the fiber, but data can be transferred. So this was happening, and why I'm telling this story, because it's very important. So everything was going good, there was no problem. So WAN was there, still WAN is there, many of the companies using the WAN, there is no problem at all. So why we need the SD-WAN? And what is the SD-WAN? If there was a WAN and it was doing the same thing, so SD-WAN is also going to do the same thing. It not going to make any something very big difference for the layman, right, who was just beginner. Like I have the SD-WAN and I have the WAN. So WAN is also like acting as a transporter who is going to transport my packet from one location to another location. So what SD-WAN can do? SD-WAN also going to do the same thing. SD-WAN also going to do the same thing. It is also going to transport your packet from one location to another location. This is the also basic principle, right? Then why we are going to use, then that we have to understand. But when we add the SD keyword, that means it have the software defined wide area networking. Earlier it was the wide area networking, just wide area network. So software defined means we put some intelligence on it. You can think in this way. We have the mobile phone. Okay? We know that mobile phone. It is general word, mobile phone. But this mobile phone has been classified into two terms. One is again mobile phone, right? And one is the smart mobile phone, whatever you can think about it. So one is the traditional mobile phone, right? Traditional, one is the smart mobile phone. So both are mobile phone, both are having the same purpose. By using this mobile phone also you can do the call, you can do the message, you can do some kind of the basic like cameras also there, some basic cameras also there, and they also support a little bit internet, right? But why we need the smartphones? Why these phones become the more smart? Because they have the more features, they have the more like the powers, right? So in the smartphone at the same time you can do the Zoom call, you can watch the YouTube video, you can make the video editing, you can do some kind of the videography, and you can play the games. Lot of thing you can do at the same time. You can open the multiple apps. Can you do that with this particular mobile traditional phone? It is not possible. It is not possible. So you get the upgraded version of the mobile phone, that is become the smart mobile phone, and this smart mobile phone is giving the ample of the features which was not available in the traditional mobile phone. So you can think about in the same way, we have the WAN solutions. This was my WAN solution, and if I am going to replace this WAN as SD-WAN, so this also have the ample of feature which was not available in the legacy WAN. And what are those ample of the feature and additional feature, that I'm going to explain in the later stage. But yes, why I'm giving the example, because you can correlate the things. If name is getting changed, if software defined is going to be integrated with the WAN, that means you're putting the intelligence. And if you're putting the intelligence, that means this is going to be game changer for you. And why you're putting the intelligence? Why you just discover from the normal phone to smartphone? Because people want to do something new. People want to do something new. They are become a bore with the traditional feature. They want to explore something new. So based on that requirement, the companies start building the new phones, new feature, and the R&D is keep going. Probably after 5 year, 10 year, you're going to find the new also some feature in some kind of devices where might be the more feature which is available, which is going to be available as compared to the current smartphone. Because everyday technology is getting changed, requirement is going to be changed. People are going to be like enjoy the luxury life. So luxury have lot of parameters. So company also have to like integrate those parameter with the technologies. Similar way, company are using the same WAN for the many years, 20 years, 30 years, they are using the same thing. So now we need something which can be more powerful, more flexible, more reliable, with more feature. So that's why SD-WAN come in a picture. So what is SD-WAN? So SD-WAN stands for the software defined wide area network. Let me write here. software defined wide area network. So this is the full form of the SD-WAN, software defined wide area network. It's an approach to managing and optimizing and wide area network. It's just an approach, right, to just enhance the performance of this legacy WAN, or might be you are going to optimize this legacy WAN solutions by deploying the new network hardware and new set of the control features using some software technology to manage entire network services. So that's why SD-WAN come in a picture. So this just in one line, if you want to define the SD-WAN, SD-WAN is a software defined area network which just having a responsibility to overcome all the problem with the legacy WAN solutions, which having a lot of limitations, and they are going to enhance a lot of WAN flexibility. They are going to enhance a lot of WAN features. They are going to use the entire network based on the software and the controllers that was not available in the legacy WAN, which you understand what is a controller, what is the software, and how they are going to manipulate the things. Okay. Meanwhile, let me check if I can log in this vManage. So meanwhile, we can see some kind of the real-time dashboard as well. It's not a lab, but I just want to show you guys can understand a little bit how it is going to look like. Just give me 1 minute to. Okay, so it's ready. Let me try to log in. So I'm just logging to the dashboard to showcase. Yeah, so probably you're not aware what is this vManage and why you need this vManage. So I explain later stage, but just I'm showing like if we start this live sessions, this is the one of the tool which is always going to require. And in this tool, you can see the V edges are there. You can see 6 V edges there. And not only the V edges, also we have the C edges. That is a unique feature we have. So you are going to learn this as well. Okay. You can see CRB 1000 routers deployed, rest are the like the V edge. So these all are deployed. And we have the lot of, it's a previous session like complete full configured lab. So we'll start from the scratch in this session. So a lot of policy we have created. You don't know what is the policy because you never heard about it. So we have the localized policy. How many policy we have created? We have the centralized policy, localized policy. We have a lot of templates, right? How the template is going to be created, feature template, divide template. So you can see different type of the feature template. Almost with 23 templates we have created for the different features. And that's enough for you. Okay, trust me, that's enough. Policy we have covered and the template we have covered, that's enough. If you've done this much of that, effort in labs, you will be the champion of the SD-WAN. You can see multiple dual side transport, single transport, dual side DC transport, vSmart template, and you have the even security policies, right? That's a unique thing, how the security is going to be. See, the device is attached as well, security policy. So not only SD-WAN, you also going to understand how the security is going to integrate. I'll give the flavor. It's not part of the syllabus, but you are going to understand how even the firewall rule is going to be created. And this firewall rule, how it is going to be, let me show you a little bit preview, how it is going to be look like. So you can see how the URL filtering is going to happen, how the zone based configuration is going to happen. So this is simple configuration just to deny and allow some traffic, but we have the lot of security features. You can see. So we have the custom direct internet access. If you click the custom and proceed with that, so we have the almost all feature. If you want to add some firewall, you can add the firewall. If I click the next, you will find the new rules. So I'm not going to do that, but yes, we have this feature, and this device template is going to attach with any of the site. Let's suppose if I'm going to use this dual site. So we'll see how it is going to be happen. So here you can see we have this security policy, we have the localized policy, we have the centralized policy not going to attach, it is going to always activate it. So we'll discuss, right? So why I'm showing this, because it's a very important to know that what are the feature available in the SD-WAN which is not available in the legacy WAN. You never ever heard about this kind of feature which is available in the SD-WAN, normal legacy WAN. In normal legacy WAN, you have just have a single router and this router you just have to click. Just this is your WAN router. Okay, so after going in this router, in this black and white screen, you just have some kind of the IP protocol summary. So you'll see these all protocols right now is the connected and application and static route is running. But if you want to run like BGP, OSPF, these all are going to show that. So you're going to configure the static routing, you're going to configure dynamic routing, if you're going to create some kind of the SNMP, HTTP, lot of things you can do that. But you don't have this kind of the feature which I was showing earlier. Means you don't have this feature. You can create the policies, centralized, localized, security, network design, certificate. You don't have that much skills, means in the WAN technology, but you have to learn here. In addition of that, in previous router you cannot figure it out how my all traffic is going on from the particular router real time. You cannot do that. You can do via some commands. You can run some command, you can get the top tucker detail, you can come to know what is my bandwidth utilization of the interface, you can verify some kind of the logs. But if you want to check the WAN throughputs, if you want to check the flow, top tucker, TLOC, tunnel, firewall, event, system logs, troubleshooting, these all are not available. So it's a very important.
Only
in the-
SD-WAN having Cisco or any other company is also having?
Yes, Sumit. So see, SD-WAN. Okay, let me complete my first this all explanation, then I'll come to your question. Thanks for asking. Okay, just wait for 1 minute more. Okay, I'll definitely answer. So these all features are available, which are definitely you are not have seen in the past in the any kind of the legacy WAN. You just have this router. You have to run this command, and after running this command, you have this configuration available. Make sense? So you are by referencing, you can see the AAA configuration, some interface configuration, BGP, OSP, whatever you're going to run, some banner, सब वो सब आप देख सकते हो, but you don't have this kind of visibility. So we have to do a lot of things here. Now that's a good question. Do we have only one vendor available in the market for the SD-WAN, or we have the multiple vendor available in the market? So we have a lot of vendor available in the market. Cisco is one of them. Okay, so let me write it here. So in SD-WAN, we have the Cisco, we have the Meraki, right? We have the Velo Cloud SD-WAN, right? We have the Polo, SD-WAN, Palo Alto. We have Silver Peak SD-WAN. We have SD-WAN. We have Nokia Nuage SD-WAN, right? What else? That's VMware SD-WAN.
Juniper.
Yeah, Juniper don't have this VM, only Juniper. Juniper don't have the SD-WAN. They have tie-up with some different vendors.
Viptela?
Viptela is Cisco, the same, no? I told earlier, right? See, let me write it. So if Cisco is Viptela plus Catalyst, all three are same. I mentioned earlier, right? All three are same. Meraki is also Cisco, but this is a different product. Velo, Polo, Silver Peak, Kato, Nokia, this FortiGate SD-WAN.
Versa also. Versa SD-WAN.
G-Scaler SD-WAN. Yes, Versa SD-WAN. So you can see a lot of Versa, even we sell this product. Okay, we provide the training. So a lot of SD-WAN available in the market. But how I can go and learn every SD-WAN? It's not possible, right? FortiGate, Zscaler, Versa, Meraki, Cisco. No, I don't think it is possible any engineer to go and learn everything, because it's quite difficult. But you should know one SD-WAN concept in very good, I can say in good note, right? You should have the very detailed understanding. Why I'm saying this? Arya, let me meet you. Why I'm saying this, it is important. Let's suppose that you have the routers, right? In market also have a lot of routers. We have the Cisco routers, we have the Juniper routers. Let me write here. We have the Cisco router, we have the Juniper routers, we have the HP router, we have the Riverbed router, Brocade router. We have a lot of vendors available in the market. But if I know how to configure the static route in the Cisco router, can I do the same in the Juniper? Can I do the same in the HP, Ericsson, whatever the vendor available, Alcatel, lot of vendor available, Brocket. I can do the static routing configuration. If I know how the BGP is going to configure, they all are going to done in the same method with the another vendors. If you want to configure the OSPF, this is going to be configured the same. Only syntax is going to be changed. Means the way of configuration is going to be changed, but your key protocol concept remains same in regard of any vendors. That is the most important. Similarly, if you are going to learn the SD-WAN concept, I'll explain how this SDN and what is the basic principle in later stage. But if you are going to learn any SD-WAN solution, they have simple architecture. Controller base your architecture. That was not available in the legacy WAN. So that means your routers are going to be brainless. In layman language, I'm saying, means whatever the router you are going to available in the branch location, they are always going to be managed by some controller. That is your brain. And this brain is not going to inside of this router. This brain is somewhere put it in the remote location. So this is your controller, this is your brain. So if this router want to send some packet to this router, to this particular host, it always go to the brain and it is going to ask, hey brain, can you tell me how can I go to there? Then he's going to tell you, okay, you can go via this or you can go directly. That is a different story. But this is the brain. You have to reach to the controller. That is the brain, which is going to be located in central location. And if you are going to use any of the SD-WAN, this concept is always going to be same. Either you are going to use the Cisco, you are going to use the Vello, you are going to use like the Versa, you are going to Nokia, you are going to FortiGate, you are going to Zscaler, whatever vendor you think, the same architecture is going to be happen. Earlier, if you are going to use one router, this router might be the Cisco router, Juniper router, HP router, Nokia router, Alcatel router. If you want to send the packet from one router, this is another router R2, and these two want to communicate, this will reach to this router and he himself decide how to route the packet from A to B. He don't have any additional brain. Brain is always going to be inside of this particular router. So he will going to consult by his own brain. Hey, I want to reach particular B. Can you tell me how to go? Then it will, okay, you can go by this way. So the brain is always going to inside of this router. This is the in regard of the any vendors. I'm not going to talk about the vendors. Kiska router, I don't care about it. The main intention is, right, my packet decision is going to taken by the router itself. They are not have the additional brain. But if you're going, this is the WAN architecture in regard of any vendor. But if you're going to SD-WAN architecture, this is going to be a game changer, right? So your brain is always situated somewhere else, and based on the brain you are going to communicate. That's the controller based networking. So we'll discuss. That's why in our lab topology also we have this controller. You can see these controllers are available in separate location, and these controllers are going to form the control plane communication between the devices, and then after the data plane communication is going to happen between these all branch location. But yes, instruction is always going to happen from these controllers, especially for the routing is the vSmart. Okay, so we'll discuss what is the vSmart, what is the vBond, what is the vManage, what is the vEdge, what is the cEdge later stage. Till here, anyone have any questions? I explained three things till now. I explained a little bit history about the WAN. I explained about the little bit SD-WAN. I explained about the why basically lot of feature is going to be available in the SD-WAN and what was not available in the WAN, and then how the architecture is going to be look like. Still, we are going to discuss in very detail the architecture point of view, why SD-WAN, what are the parameter. I'm not going to.
Is this level of CCNP we can say?
What?
Is this level of CCNP we can
No,
say, right?
it's a complete customized official syllabus of this Cisco SD-WAN. Let me show you the syllabus as well.
No, basic concept wise I'm asking. This will
No,
cover
concept
under.
you can crack your till CCI labs. This is how much you're going to get here. Let me show you exactly same things in the, if you're going to planning for the enterprise
So
CCIE.
SD-WAN will top up the cloud only, or it is physical also?
Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Let me first. Okay, I think this syllabus is not ready. Okay, let me show the syllabus as well. I'll come to your question. Okay.
Mhm. Basically, I want to compare to know SDN and SD-WAN, both are same or something different.
No, I'm going to come. See, this is the exam code. We have the syllabus as well. Somewhere the file is not available. So if you are planning for the SD-WAN, if you are going to complete this SD-WAN, this is exactly some part is going to available in the your CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure exam as well. Exactly same, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, from this syllabus only. Exactly. So if you are going to complete this session, your CCIE SD-WAN section is going to be completed. Only CCIE SD-WAN section. There are a lot of sections, but I'm just talking about the CCIE SD-WAN section. So you can see they are having the architecture deployment. You can see exactly same architecture. You have to understand a lot of things we have, right? We have the controller deployment. So entire controller deployment, we'll see how the entire controller deployment is going to happen, how the router deployment is going to happen, what is JTP process, what is the Cisco configuration, data plane or control plane, TLOC extensions, OMP, VRRP, HSRP. We'll understand what does mean. HSRP not support this SD-WAN solution, and EIGRP, BGP, OSPF, right? And then policies. See, so these are the very less policy. But if I show in our production which we completed, you find a lot of policies in the centralized, which is even not in syllabus, right? So why we are able to see a lot of, because we have the experience, because we are keep deploying that production networks. So we have to lot of like use cases. We can discuss it here. Lab guides are available. You guys just follow that, and you just have to able to deploy these all things. Okay. And what else we have? Policies, template, definitely router deployment template is also going to be there, right? Feature template and the device template. Security, you don't have to, we'll have to configure the service insertion. Okay, this is a security feature that will cover in the lab. But apart from the firewall feature, IPS, AMP, you don't have to do any kind of the labs. See, no labs is going to be required, but we'll do that, like understanding how the lab is going to be configured, because in the previous batch we have done this configuration as well, how the security policy is going to attach, how the IPS, IDS, URL filtering, application blocking, that all is going to be happen, because I'm the instructor of the firewalls as well. So it's like I always feel to give some kind of the additional things so you guys can get benefited. Okay, and this QoS part definitely will cover in the lab and all, and this all theoretical concept will understand. And the last is the operations and the management, how it is going to happen, REST API, reporting, monitoring, that all is going to, this entire syllabus, none of the topic is going to be untouched. This is my commitment. If it is going to be untouched, any topic, just remind me if I forgot unintentionally. Okay, so this all is going to cover, and this is going to be exactly same in the CCI syllabus as well. Some of the topic is available. So if you do carefully this all SD-WAN, what it's going to be available in this syllabus, I believe it is going to be game changer for your professional journey. And what was the question? I just missed that. You asked, someone asked one question when I explaining. What was the question? I just forgot that. Who was asking?
I asked whether this is physical only SD-WAN or it is top up cloud, and difference between
Okay.
SDN and SD-WAN.
Okay, so that's a good question. Okay, let me first answer you all question, then I'll come to my topic. So see, first you have to understand what is the SDN technology, right? So SDN stands for the software defined networking. So this is the framework. It was developed, and then after defining this SDN, it has been further classified in the 3 sections. That first is the SD-WAN, second is the SD-LAN, that is also known as the SD-Access, right? And third is the, you can say SDDC, which is known in Cisco term ACI. So these are the 3 things, right? So if you want to put SDN concept in the WAN, means you want to put the intelligence in the WAN, then you have to use the SD-WAN solution. If you want to put intelligence software based networking in the LAN, then you have to use this SD access. Okay, if you want to put some software based intelligence in a data center, then you have to use this ACI, application centric infrastructure. So if you're going to use these all three flavors, then your network is going to be called full SDN network. Means you are having the complete SDN network where your data centers, your LAN, your WAN, all are going, and every solution having their controllers, like the central control, that is a vManage, we have the DNAC, and we have the APIC. Even we can integrate all three together. These are the controllers. By sitting on this single dashboard, you can manage the entire fabric. By setting this DNAC, you can manage this entire fabric. By sitting on this, you can manage this entire fabric. So this is the entire SDN architecture which have the three flavors, and by using these flavors, you can just make your entire network as a SDN. Now the second question was, is it the hardware or is it the software? Okay. So in this entire component, it's a combination of the hardware and it's a combination of the software. So what is the hardware? Your controller, your control plane devices, they going to be software, but your edge devices, what is edge devices? Like router, switch, might be your data center switch, they all are going to be hardware or software, both. It's totally depend. Like, let me give you an example. In our lab, you can see entire thing is built in the software. There is no hardware. This switch is the software. I mean, this router is software. This is also software. This is also software. Everything is software. But if I have the physical infrastructure, I want to build this all, so I can use my hardware as well. So this can be replaced with the hardware as well. So if I have the branch location in Delhi or might be the Mumbai, I have the physical location. So I have to purchase the physical hardware, or might be I have to purchase the physical server, and I can deploy this image of the router and that particular physical server. So this is a two way. The second way, let's suppose I'm just deploying something in data center, my whole WAN technology or some kind of the server deployment, I want to connect them. So that could be the pure software, because I need a software image. I need a space from the public cloud providers like the AWS and what we called Azure and the GCP, whatever the famous, we have the public cloud provider, and we'll ask the space, we can go and we can create the virtual machine and we can deploy these all kind of the VMs, and then it is going to live in production. So it can be combination of both. So only the edge devices which are going to required in the physical location, that might be required the only software, means only the hardware, rest can be the software. Okay, Samit, makes sense to you?
Yeah. Just I want to know whether SD-WAN will run top of the cloud or not. So as I understood,
so
it will
cloud always, we cannot be say cloud is all untouched this SDN solution, because this controller always going to be cloud based deployment. Okay, these controllers. So you have some kind of the cloud dependency. Even some of the, like the site means this is your hub location, your data center in the cloud. So you have to deploy these routers in the cloud as well. So again, these are the cloud based deployments. So again, you have the dependency. So cloud integration is always there. Any other question, guys? Anyone have on this particular? Nalendra is asking something. Yes. Any other questions? Anyone have, which I can answer, or shall I move next as per my plan? Okay.
yes.
Okay. So I discussed about where I was. Let me go. So I discussed about this why and what is the SD-WAN, and I explained that. Now we just have to understand evolution of this SD-WAN, right? So a little bit we have to make understanding evolution of this SD-WAN, where this SD-WAN come in a picture, and what was the requirement, and how basically this become the very popular. So as I explained, we have the traditional WAN, which is having the structure like the traditional connectivity based on the physical hardware, dedicated circuit like the MPLS, we have the VPLS, we have the internet, connect the various branch location and data center, right? This is the legacy WAN. Let me show something. Right, so if I go here, so we have the like this kind of the connectivity, right? So we have legacy WAN, you can see here. So we have some kind of the data center, we have some kind of MPLS, internet, global user, a lot of connectivity is there. So when we are using this connectivity, we have a lot of challenges. This is the business ready WAN. What are the challenges? Main key challenges we have, like we have the very high cost of the entire operation. Why this is a high cost of the entire operation? Because we have a MPLS dedicated circuit to just carry our traffic with very fast pace from one location to another location with private isolation networking. And if we are going to buy the MPLS circuit, it always going to very expensive. And if we are going to use the internet circuit, we can use that, we can save some kind of the budget and cost, but the complexity and other challenges are lot of available. Means we have to configure a lot of VPNs, we have a lot of scalability issue, we have a lot of dependency, we have a lot of kind of the fluctuation, some kind of the unreliable network. So company basically not try to use, and less security as well, not try to use this internet circuit to connect all their branches as a primary connection. They use as a backup, but primary always going to use as your MPLS, which is the high cost. So this is the one problem with high cost with the legacy WAN, that is a business ready WAN. The complexity, definitely complex operation, there is a complexity, rigidity, like limited flexibility to adapt the new application and traffic pattern. Why rigidity here? Rigidity because like we have some traditional design, we have some traditional hardware, they have their own limitations. Like you can just think in this way, as we are in the India and we have the lot of bankings, right? We have the government banks and we have the private banks. And if you are going to, let's suppose someone is a government employee who have the clear mindset, I have to go in the office, I have to open my cabins and I have to distribute my cash, and simply I have to do some little bit entry. But if you just ask him to just use some latest software to just do all your transition and start doing some kind of reporting and also do some additional work by using the software, which having a lot of tabs, a lot of features. So probably the government employee who is working since 20 years for the same process, he is not going to adopt those technologies. He have a lot of challenges. Might be he will say, no, I am not going to do that, I'm okay. Or might be he will do a little bit, but his efficiency will be always low. But if I am the young professional, or I'm just working for the government, private sectors, even I'm the old professional and I have the adaptability to learn something new, I'm the highly motivated. So probably it is easy to me to, I can adopt anything in very easy way and I can just deliver whatever my company want. Or might be I have the compulsion because I know if I'm not going to deliver, probably my company will fire me. Okay, but government case little bit have the more flexibility. So that's why rigidity is there. Like limited flexibility means people have the limited flexibility to adapt the new application and traffic pattern. Similar in the legacy WAN, they have the limited flexibility to adapt the new application and traffic pattern. Why and what? Means why limited flexibility and what new application and traffic pattern? That is the cloud integration. Because our application are start hosting in the different location, like the SaaS based application we have, means software as a service. They are not in your data centers, and these SaaS applications are hosting in different location with the different providers. So you have to make the integration with them, and you want to access them, these all application with the high speed with the low latency. So how you are going to build that MPLS connection to those SaaS providers? It's not possible, because if you are going to do that, you have to pay a lot of cost you have to pay. So now data center concept are getting eliminated because of the nature of work. No more data center is going to require, everything coming in the public cloud and private cloud. So if you are hosting the lot of Microsoft application, you are hosting in the Microsoft cloud. Your Salesforce application, you are hosting in the Salesforce cloud. Your Dropbox application, you are hosting in the Google cloud. So you are going to buy the MPLS circuit to connect all these three locations. Similarly, might be your company using the multiple, like Workday is one of the SaaS application. Lot of SaaS application is there. I'm just giving one application details. So how you are going to connect those all SaaS providers as an MPLS circuit, and you are able to pay that all money? No, but you want to adopt. So how you are going to save your cost? That's why the SD-WAN come in a picture, and I'll explain how it is going to save the cost as well. But yes, there is a challenge: high cost, limited scales, meant you have the limited feature and all. And I'll give the more like the layman examples also, how means this all is going to be happen in the real scenario as well. Probably in the next lecture I'll explain. But yes, we have the disjoint solution, we have the insufficient bandwidth. How insufficient bandwidth, that also I'll discuss. Limited application aware means, let's suppose I have the one branch, and this branch have two routers. Let me use some topology. Where is pen? Okay, so let's suppose I have this branch, I have two routers, R1 and R2. This is my switch. This is connected. Here is some user. This is the user A, this is user B. Okay, this is your MPLS circuit, and this is your internet circuit. I'm just giving one example. This is your ISP connection, this is your ISP connection. Okay, now you want to say this user want to access Facebook, this user want to access Instagram. Let me use some different, might be you think they are the same communities, so let me use some kind of the YouTube video. Okay, YouTube. And for this I want, when the Facebook traffic go, that always go via this circuit to the Facebook server, right? If my Instagram server go, this is going to be a this. Is it doable? We can do at some certain of point, but it's a very complex and very challenging. We can do, but lot of information, and I can say almost not doable. We can make some arrangement, but it's not scalable solution. Why? Because in the legacy WAN, always your routing happen based on the destination address. Routing happens based on destination IPs, means IP v4 or IP v6. They only know about the IP. So if you want to switch some subnet via this MPLS, make it the primary, it is possible. We can make some subnet. Let's suppose Facebook's IP I want to make as a primary for this MPLS circuit. It can be done. I want to make YouTube as a primary, I can done. We can use the BGP, we can use the path manipulation, lot of things we can do that. It is doable. But do we know exactly how many public IP we have in the Facebook? How many public IP we have the YouTube? Just giving example. No, because lot of public IP, you don't know which server you are going to hit, which IP. If I am going to do NS lookup, my IP is going to be different, your IP is going to be different. So my friends, this traditional WAN always going to use the IPv4 for the any destination routing. So it is very challenge to route the traffic based on the application. Let's YouTube application go via internet and this Facebook go via the MPLS. It is almost non-doable. But if I'm going to use this SD-WAN solution, this SD-WAN can do in a single click. Easily, you can always say via this and you can always say via this. If any issue, it can be auto failover as well. So this is the application, means you can do the routing based on the application, not the IPs as well. So this flexibility available is the SD-WAN solution, which was not available with the legacy WAN solutions, right? So this is the application aware routing. They have the very limited application, means we can use the N-bar solutions, which is the N-bar is the one of the technology. By using that we can do, but there is a very limited lot of challenges we have. But in the SD-WAN we have the full-fledged, we can do anything. Fragmented security. What does mean fragmented security? So if you are going to use the legacy WAN, you have to buy the firewalls like the Cisco SD-WAN firewalls, means Cisco ASA firewall, Palo Alto firewall, FortiGate firewall, Checkpoint firewall, other vendor firewall. So you have the branch locations, different branch locations might be you have. So let me just maximize this diagram. We'll take this as a reference. I don't know who created, but anyway, let me try allow all. I don't know what is happening here. Let me see. Come on. I cannot use. Let me try something else. Okay, so let me use this one. I'm just going to showcase something. So just think here. So here, if you have the branch location, so might be my server is behind of this headquarter, or this server is hosted here. So my server are here, and behind this server, I'm just going to place the firewalls. And this is also my branch location. So also I require the firewalls. So I have the firewall requirement from the each location, or might be my central location. So my why firewall? Because to maintain the security and integrity of my data. Means confidentiality, security, integrity, whatever CIA principle we have, that is going to be required, because to maintain my data should be not leaked, my security should be intact, my confidentiality should be not like compromised. So that's why the firewall come in a picture, to just secure my all communication. So if I not have the SD-WAN solution, I do not have the SD-WAN solution, then I have to use the legacy WAN. And this legacy WAN, I can basically use the different set of the firewall, might be in data center, might be the branch location, or might be I have the hub and spoke. So I can send all traffic to the hub location, and then I can apply the firewall, then I'll send the data center, then again the firewall. So my security configuration was not very in sync in regard to the all branch location. It's my choice what I want to do that. So that's why my fragmented security, some security in the my branch location, some security in the data center, some in the hub location, some in the cloud providers. So that's not a good idea. You have to check a lot of things in the different security parameters. So if I am going to purchase the SD-WAN solution, in box itself, every security feature is available. You just have to enable it, and your work is done. No need to purchase additional box, no need to take additional license. You have to just buy one solution, you have to do the routing, and you have to do the security as well. And this is what I was telling in the security section. Although it's not part of our syllabus, but yes, this feature is available here. You can do all the things, whatever you want to do that. Let me show you what you can do all this security. So you can see this is the firewalls. Let me just create quickly something. So you guys can understand. I just wanted to showcase something. So test policy, you see what all options available and what you can do by the security. It's not a lab part, but just I'm showing just for the, let me put save. I'm just going, I have to do something. Let me go here, inspect, save, right, save this. Duplicate policy. Let me create. Okay, so name was matching, earlier it was created. So see, we created the firewall. Now we see IPS, intrusion prevention system. So you can create the IPS also. See, intrusion prevention policy. So I can create the IPS also. So let me put something name here. I'm just putting some dummy things. And target VPN, I can use the VPN 10, right? Let me go here. Now you're done. See, now next is the URL filtering. See, so you do the URL filtering as well. This is the same, all are doing the firewalls. You can just target the VPN any 10 policy name test. I just click here. Any, see which is the web category. We have the adult, abortion, like alcohol, civic gambling. So if you are the security engineer, you can understand what I'm trying to make it. Block, inspect, allow. So we'll discuss. If you are the security engineer, you can understand, but I'm showing this URL filtering. Then what? Advanced malware protection. So exactly the all feature which is available in the firewall, you can do here in, see here you require the licensing, which section you want to use. So we don't have the license, so we cannot do that, right? But yes, see, DNS security, that is your Cisco umbrella. You can integrate Cisco umbrella as well just for the DNS security. We cannot do that because we not have this umbrella registration, but yeah, this feature is also domain control and all we can have. So let me cancel it. We cannot click here. So discuss, then you have the final policy. So you can see, like, we have the lot of parameters. By using that, we can do the firewall configuration, we can enable the IPS engine, IDS engine, URL filtering, advanced malware protection, DNS security. So this security is going to be available in the box itself. This security is going to be available within the box. You don't have to worry about anything. And once you created, see, this test policy is created, you can just see the CLI view as well. I have not created anything, but you can see this CLI view. We have a lot of parameters available. Don't be confused. I'm just talking in the advanced feature, but I'm just trying to showcase the features what are available in the Cisco SD-WAN, which is not possible in the legacy WAN solution. So this fragmented security can be sorted out by using this SD-WAN. And the cloud readiness.
All configuration is possible here from GUI.
Yes, GUI, every configuration. You don't have to go in the CLI. You don't have to go anything unless just if you are going to onboard any devices.
Load balancing.
Sorry?
Load balancing.
Load balancing is something different.
Traffic sharing.
Traffic sharing is something different thing. If you talk about the WAN traffic sharing, so that definitely this feature is available in the SD-WAN feature that we call the ECMP by default. Equal cost multipath, that's traffic sharing, or you can just share the traffic based on your policies. That is also possible. So that is a WAN traffic sharing. Means if you do the traffic sharing based on the WAN routing, that is doable. But if you are thinking about the server based traffic sharing, that is not the device. Therefore, require the load balancers. Okay. But yes.
So here we don't have load balancer.
No. Load balancer is completely different. This is the WAN, completely WAN. There's no load balancer relations.
Okay, got it. Aggregator is there for that.
Yes. WAN is something different. LB is something different. Firewall is something different. But in this Cisco SD-WAN, we have the feature of the firewall plus WAN both. So LB is not there. LB is something different. Probably in the future they will upgrade, but for time being,
here this will not use for LAN connection local.
Yeah, this is going to be used. WAN is always
just I'm asking, instead of huge switch, can we use this?
Which switch you are referring?
Any L3 switch, L2, L3 switch.
Yeah, we can connect this switch. You can make this switch. You can connect this. It is doable. Let me, if you want to see how it is going to happen, let me just, if you want to connect this via the switch, it is doable.
I want to make connection with my 3-4 servers with this.
You want to make connection with
3-4 servers?
Yes, let me do that. So this is your SD-WAN, okay? This is connected with the switch. This is also connected with switch. You can connect with the servers. You can connect the server here. This is your data center hub site. You can see. And you want to connect the server. You can connect the server on this switch. You can connect the server on this switch, or might be the multiple servers, and these all are going to be accessible over the WAN. From here as well. So everywhere.
Same option in GUI.
Yes, same option for the GUI. But see, LAN. See, these are the LAN section is going to be configured from the GUI. This interface is going to configure from GUI, but this switch side you have to configure the CLI, because these are the not Cisco SD-WAN device. These are normal switch legacy, so you have to do by the CLI on this device. But this side you can do by the GUI. All the configuration from this side you can do by the GUI and CLI both. But here you only can do the CLI because it's the firewall, it's the switch. It's not SD-WAN device. So there is no SD-WAN switch. If you have the SD access available in your network, then it is doable. SD access available, then you can do the GUI. Means you have the 9K switch and you have the fabric of the SD access, where you just have the DNAC controller, you have the switches 9300, then it is doable from the GUI as well. But in the plain legacy LAN you cannot do that. Clear, Sumit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I believe we understand disjoint solutions. We know that we have a lot of Non-standard solution available in the legacy WAN, that's the disjoint solution. So in SD-WAN, we have the very symmetric solutions everywhere, every type solution. You know how the traffic is going to flow one location to another location. So no need to worry. Engineers are going to be very relaxed. They know that traffic, it's a complex, but yes, once you understand, it's going to be easy for you. So these all challenge. Insufficient bandwidth means you have the dual router available site, but you cannot utilize efficiently the router because always routing happen based on the destination. So if routing is going to happen based on the destination, then probably you have to think about it at a one time, how my routing can be processed via the dual router. Then you have to do the lot of path manipulation, but still your bandwidth is not optimally going to be utilized. So for that, SD-WAN going to come in a picture, which is going to game changer for you. So I believe little bit explained, and we understand like the boost security all in the next section in very deeper side. Why SD-WAN? Because I have to cover these all parameters. I cover few of them. History I'll discuss in later stage also. So probably we can cover in the later stage how this normal router become the SD-WAN router. That also we understand, like the control plane, data plane traffic, we'll understand SDN flow, which I explain how it is going to be happen. So these all definitely we are going to understand, and then how this enterprise class of the SD-WAN is going to look like. What is the application SLA, traffic engineering, pre-segmentation. We have a lot of books available, ebooks available. You guys can refer that. How the step-by-step configuration is going to happen. What is the Catalyst SD-WAN? That how the rename is going to be happen for the controller and the devices from the Viptela and Cisco. That I'll definitely explain. So we'll go step by step, application aware routing, SLA, everything we are going to discuss. But for today, I believe it's fine because we are just doing the beginning of this session. So you guys are now ask any question if you have anything. So I can have the discussion on that, and then further we can close the session. Please go ahead. If any type question if anyone have.
Yeah,
Guys,
hi,
please
Sir.
feel free to ask anything. If you want to ask, discuss with me.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, exactly. Actually, I want to ask one question. So, as of now, I don't have any knowledge about the SD-WAN. So, after completing this course, so we'll be able to hunting job on the SD-WAN.
So, see, one thing I can make a commitment because I have very like confidence on myself and
I'm
on
asking this
my
question
students.
because
Okay.
when we schedule our interview on the SD-WAN, so interviewer expectation is very high. Like they ask related to the realistic network, as the mean operation related questions. So I stick somewhere. So that's why I'm.
No worry for that, Sakir. Right. So one thing, you initially go with YouTube channel. Okay. Lot of SD-WAN videos available. Lot of conversation is there. It's all session by me only, right? Because I'm leading the SD-WAN. SD-WAN is quite key concept. Okay. So one thing I can make a commitment. If you work with me, okay, and you follow my approach, you do all the labs, and you just make it note down all the concepts. It is going to be easy for your life, and all interview easily going to be cracked. There is no issue at all is going to be clear, like in very easy manner. But you just have to follow the path. You just have to do the labs. You have to do the discussion with me. You have to discussion with your colleagues. Okay. And it can be possible.
Okay, noted. Thank
Okay,
you.
so you just take a little bit, you just do a little bit research about the contents. You just go with the YouTubes, right? And you just find some reviews. You just find the videos, right? And you see how the people are discussing, because all the session which are uploaded in the YouTube, that is the actual classes. There is no pre-recorded. Like we are discussing right now, it's also available on the YouTube, right? So people know about that, how the things is going to be happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Any other question, guys?
It will be game changer for different network engineer like me. I'm working telecom core LTE 5G network, 4G 5G network. I don't have much idea in this networking.
So you're working
Okay,
in the.
I'm working in networking, but it's different networking, like protocol based C by MS call. C5MS, and cloud-based familiar am.
So see,
How
Ans or Sumit, who asked this question? Ans, right? Or Sumit?
Sumit?
Sumit, okay. So I can understand telecom communication because my background also started from the telecommunication. I'm core telecom guy. Okay. Initially, I started like my career as a telecom engineer where I was doing some BTS, BSc, RF. You can understand, right? 4G, LTE, like stuff. So if you have the very good foundation about the telecommunication and you are understand this SD-WAN concept as well, so I believe would be the very good combination for you.
Will company accept me because they are asking experience on this?
So
Any
see,
technology for
first
5
thing I
years
would like to
before?
understand, do you have the basic networking? Do you know the BGP, static route OSPF concept? Do you have knowledge?
Just theoretical I have, but I have not done in production.
See, in this networking and security domain, if you see the opportunities, career opportunity, a lot of opportunities there. I don't know what is your current CTC. I don't want to ask this also here. You can just ping me 1-to-1 so I can know. But if you have 10 plus year of experience, how much experience you have total?
8 years.
8 year. So if your CTC is not more than 2x of your experience, right? If you're having the 8 year of experience and you can judge yourself, and your CTC less than might be 13 or 16, right? That's this industry standard, or might be 12. So you need to work, seriously you need to work, because in market, if you have this SD-WAN knowledge, you have the very good knowledge about the basic networking fundamental and the security, you can easily go up to 20 plus after 7 to 8 year of experience.
And
Some of the
if
students might be here who have done this kind of the they have gained this kind of the package in the market. So if you are in good position already 20 plus, or might be what I'm saying in telecom sector, then it's fine. But if you are like lacking behind and you want to grow in the higher package 20-25 in the upcoming 2 to 4 years, right? So probably you have to think something, because I know how telecom market right now
actually,
doing.
if someone is having 20 lakhs already, then in 8 year experience,
So
then it will not help,
that's a
right?
good thing if you are getting that much CTC in your current skill set. So I'm thinking that skill set also good for you, and you can just brush up those certification which are going to available relevant in that particular skill set. So you just have to compare yourself. Let's suppose someone having the 8 or 10 year experience, that they are getting 20 plus or 20, around 20 right now. So what my seniors are getting, what my colleagues are getting, are they getting 40, 45, 50 in after 5 year or 10 year? Means they have when the 15 year of experience, or might be 16 year of experience, 20 year, what kind of position they are holding? Are the job is going to be saturated, having the demand? So because we are in the private, we all are in the private sector, so always we're going to target the niche technologies. Means that is the key things in the market which having the high demands, not those technology who all are going to stuck somewhere. I know telecom having a lot of protocols level of the skill set, but limited companies are there in telecoms, right? And recently we have seen in past also, when I was a telecom went through very bad phase, right? But I don't know right now how it is doing, but
Till now also same like that, yeah.
same, right? So that's why I'm saying, because I migrated my career from the telecom to networking and security. So I would suggest probably if you start learning the protocols and the new technologies, there's a lot of opportunity, not limited to 4 to 5 companies, because I know there's a limited telecom company like Ericsson have, ZTE have, Nokia have, right? We have the Huawei, we have the Airtels, right? Vodafone, Idea. But these 5, 6, 10 companies are available. But if you're going in this enterprise networking security, then you have the thousand company. Means globally you are having the opportunity. So there is a high chance you can get the good package. So but up to you, okay? If you're doing really great with the current skill set, then I would say you can stay there. But if you want to really boost up something, you can schedule the, let me share something. if you guys have any kind of the queries, let me share some links. You guys can reach out to here. And also if you guys want to schedule one-to-one like career counseling for any technology, so I just paste the Google form as well. You just fill it. Okay. There will be a special time slot available that is going to be available for you if you're booking the time slot for the one-to-one counseling. If you have a special doubt you want to discuss one-to-one with the trainer or counselor, you can do that also.
You are teaching only SD-WAN or any other also?
No, I am the instructor for the multiple technologies, right? So
Okay.
you can learn anything: CCNA, CCNP, ENCOR, ENARSI, Palo Alto, FortiGate, Versa, Zscaler, right? So almost every trending technology I'm just doing here. So no need to worry about that. Okay. So you just have to pick your choice, what you want to do that, and then we can just cover that. Okay. Deepak Pal is asking from my YouTube channel, what is the stun server, right? That's a good question, Deepak, right? So basically, see, we'll cover this stun in very detail because we have some kind of the very good concept for the stun. So this is for the basically used for the NAT purpose. And why NAT purpose? Because we have some kind of the public IP which are behind of this private IP, right? Private IP behind the public IP. So that basically software defined networking here use the stun concept that basically used to just do the NATing and vBond manage those mapping and all. So let us say we'll discuss how this NATing is going to happen, what are different flavor of the NATing available, right? And how this stun server is going to be like do that particular all mapping. So no worry, I'll explain. So just keep in touch, and stun is also part of our curriculum, so that is going to be discussed. Okay, so any other thing we can discuss, or we are good for time being? I can see somebody. Okay, so how many days that is going to required? Okay, so see, the classes is going to be happen